by kind of sharing my thoughts on Instagram on this complacency, that it kind of opened up people to engage in conversation with me, and they started hitting me up. Like, people even started like DMing me and being like, yo, let's meet up and talk more about this. It was more of just a personal, me just kind of going through my own thoughts. It's almost unknown. Sometimes you don't even think you're being complacent because we're just living out life and going through it. And I'm saying this from experience, like I've experienced that. I worked a job, full-time salary, had like a 401k, we bought a house, had a kid, like everything was great. I was getting raises all the time, work was awesome, I was working in a creative field. Like, that doesn't sound like complacency at all. But then one moment I just woke up, and it was definitely not living out what I wanted my life to be. And so that's complacency. My gut was feeling like, what else is out there? You just start asking all these questions that turned my trajectory on a path of what would it look like to live a fulfilled life, a purposeful life, a life that makes me happy, which maybe isn't a house, and maybe that isn't working for somebody else. And apparently it didn't, because quit the job, we sold our house, we've been living in an Airstream, and I've been working for myself now. So it's all of those things. For me personally, those are my experiences. Some people that wouldn't be, but for me it definitely felt like I just fell into status quo and complacency. Doing all the normal things in our society, to one person, might not be complacency at all. That might be exactly what their entire being was created, and everything that fulfills them to their core. You maybe are going to college because you feel that that's what you're supposed to do, when in reality, you have no desire to be there, and you don't even know why you're going. Or your whole entire life, you've wanted to be a doctor to help save people's lives. So you work really friggin' hard, and you've been in college for 6 years, and you're still a few more years until you're gonna complete this goal. That's not complacency either. I'm trying to understand the difference from just being extremely goal-oriented and driven and trying to just accomplish things, and the difference of that and complacency. Because I think you can sway the other way and go into an incredibly unhealthy, just charging down and pursuing your dreams and doing all this amazing stuff, which looks like you're not being complacent, but what's your core motivation? Are you doing that because you want people to like you? Somebody hit me up and they were like, yeah, but what's wrong with just being content with everything? And I'm like, absolutely. We should definitely be seeking being content. Being content is significantly different than falling into complacency. To be content is to be very self-aware of who you are and what you're made to be. It's this super famous, oh man, I'm gonna go on this date with this person. What should I do? The good advice is just be yourself. Then why is everybody running around not being themselves? If it's just be yourself, that's inferring that this is just a very simple thing to do for a human to just be themselves. And it's just not. Be yourself is probably one of the most important and hardest things that a human being can start pursuing. You don't just wake up one day and you're perfectly you. And I think that is more of the legacy that I would like to leave for my kids. This adventurous spirit of just going for it over and over again, and showing that sometimes it doesn't work out, but it's not a big deal, and you can just keep going for other things. As opposed to living in complacency where you completely lose yourself. You're not living yourself, you're not being self-aware of what your life was made for. After making that post, I realized that it resonated with a lot of people, and they wanted to talk about it more. In reality, we don't need to spend a lot of time talking about it with each other. What we can start doing is just spending time by ourselves and be thinking about who we are and what we want our lives to look like and what would be a fulfilled and purposeful life. There's just so many layers to it, and the only way to get away from it, I'm thinking, is by just 100% pursuing actively, like being true to yourself. What's up, everybody? Joshua Thomas Gray here. I just wanted to thank you so much for checking out this video and spending some time with me. I hope it's encouraging, and I also hope that it's a little bit practical and that you guys could take something from it. I would love to hear your thoughts on it, so leave some comments below, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and hit the thumbs up. Until next time, later, guys.